Hi guys, I thought I would do a really quick video on 5 of my favorite small item things to take on the Camino de Santiago. I've walked the Camino de Santiago, the Camino Francis, twice. Once in 2014 and then the other time was last year in 2017. And these items I would never not be without, and when I walk it again I will make sure to pack these. So I'm sure that a few of these you've probably heard of or read about, or they might even be intuitive, but some of them might not be, and these are things that I've been in situations on the Camino and I'm just so glad that I had them. So yeah, I hope that these help. My number one item, and this is something that you would hear and read over and over again on blogs, and anyone who's done the Camino de Santiago, if they haven't told you about this, they either don't like you or they're very, very heavy sleepers, so they wouldn't need them. But they are earplugs. These are crucial on the Camino. If you are a light sleeper like I am, you will not get a good night's sleep at all unless you have something to put over or in your ears, because snoring's even an understatement. I don't even know how to explain the Camino. I have been in hostels before when I've traveled across Europe, but there's something, I think because people are so tired, they're just exhausted, and then they just fall right to sleep. But also you're in just a huge room, so it's a symphony of snores and it's coming from every direction, and it's miserable if you're a light sleeper. So get really good quality earplugs. I bought some kind of cheapies from a place called Boots, which is just a chemist in the UK, and they kept falling out. So get really good quality ones and sleep in them before you do the Camino, just to make sure that they don't fall out and they do fit your ear, because I've had them fall out and I'm not gonna crawl out of my bunk in the middle of the night just to try and find them. So I had a miserable sleep. And another thing that I did, instead of earplugs, some nights I would just put my headphones in and listen to really soothing music, and I would fall asleep with my headphones in and they never fell out. So that's another little tip as well. My number 2 tip is tissues and wet wipes. A lot of the albergues won't have toilet paper, and people can really get stuck that way. So you will make a lot of friends if you have tissues. And also if you're on the trail and nature calls, this has happened before. I've had people hug me because I've had tissues. It's just a great thing to have. And the wet wipes I love because if you're eating fruit, if you stop off and you want to have a little picnic somewhere and you have a piece of fruit and it gets sticky, you can just wipe your hands really easily, and it just makes you feel clean, and I love them. I would never not be without tissues or wet wipes. My third little must-have small item would be these little plastic baggies. I love these because they kept everything really protected in my bag. Things I did not want to get wet, because inevitably there are just spills in my bag. Mainly probably in my case was fruit. I would pick up fruit from the markets and I would walk with them, and they're just in those little tiny flimsy plastic bags, and just from the heat and the movement of my body and the bag moving, they would spill all over my stuff, and there's stuff in my bag that I did not want to have fruit juice all over. So these bags are amazing. These bags are also really good for trash, which kind of brings me to the tissues or the wet wipes. If you have to wipe your hands anytime, please don't leave that rubbish on the trail, because I saw that more so in the last time I went, that there was just discarded trash on the side of the roads, which I thought was really horrible. So you just put them in one of these, and the next town you get to, there's bins and trash cans that you can put them in. But these are just so good to keep all of your stuff protected. So this is my third tip. My fourth tip, and I have moved so much, so I'm so sorry. I do have them. I'll put a picture, but I didn't bring them with me. But they are buffs, and I actually bought 2 of them, and both of them were UPF 50. So that's the same as SPF 50, but it's just a sun protectant in clothing. And I love my buff. I used it for a multitude of things. I bought both of my buffs on the first trip I did in 2014, and it was just a must-have on my last trip, and I'd recommend it to everyone. They're just invaluable to me. If you were just a stinking hot day and you'd walk into a town and there was a fountain, you just put your buff under the cold water in the fountain and have it around your neck, and it will just instantly cool you down. You can even put it on your head, which will cool your head down. Wrap it around your head. You could even at night, sometimes to hold my earplugs in, I would wrap it around my ears and I would tie my hair back. There's just so many. If you go on the Buff website, they give you a list of all the ways that you can use it. So yes, they're indispensable and I would never not be without my Buff. My fifth must-have small item is one that I am so proud of. I know that people are either bring a Swiss Army knife or one of these, and it's a spork. And a spork is a spoon, a fork, and a knife. I bought a stainless steel one that I got in a little natural health store in the United States called Akin's, but you can get them anywhere. You could probably get them in a grocery store. You could definitely get them in a hiking store. And I just loved it. Sometimes on the Camino, as I'm sure all of you have done, or the ones who haven't walked, you'll want to do this. You'll be between towns and sometimes the view is just so beautiful, or you're so tired that you just want to stop off and make something to eat. And I would always bring bread or an avocado and tomato, and they would be in my bag, and I would just stop off somewhere and pull out my spork, and I'd be able to cut the bread and then scoop out the avocado and cut the tomato and put it on, and then with my wet wipe I would just wipe it clean. And it was just real easy breezy and I absolutely loved it. It saved me so many times. So a spork is probably my favorite item, Buff and spork. So those are my 5 small must-have items for the Camino de Santiago. I have a few more, so I'll upload another video soon, but I do hope that they helped you. If you're going on the Camino de Santiago, I am very jealous, but I hope that you have a wonderful time. I know you will, and I hope that these items help you. So, Buen Camino. Bye.